I suppose I should do a quick rundown of the new shit box. This is a 1997 Jeep Cherokee. Says it's a sport. I don't know. But it's definitely not perfect. Again, it's 97. Got the 4-liter. It's got the automatic transmission, which is kind of unfortunate. I'd prefer a manual, but whatever. It is the AW4, I believe, which is about as good of an automatic as I'm going to be able to ask for. I've been sitting here for about 4 days now. That brake fluid looks nasty, but it does still have coolant, so that's a pro, being that it's an XJ. Nice custom battery tie down, and it is dead after sitting here for 4 days, so I don't know if it's a battery issue or a drain issue. It does say 8 of 22. It is currently February of 25, so yeah, maybe not too comforted there. We've got some nice aftermarket custom hood pins here, which custom, so definitely not the greatest, but it will definitely not fly up on you. It has an aftermarket front bumper. I don't know if it's homemade or what. I'm hoping I can try to find a way to mount a winch plate in there somehow. Of course, D-ring holes here, so that's good. We got pretty much brand new tires and aftermarket wheels, so basically factor in the tires and the wheels and the bumper, and the rest of it just kind of came with it. It is beat up, it is rusty, and I don't care. Don't know what those are for, but oh, it looks like I got a sway bar disconnect, so that must, well, how the hell would it go up there then? If it's, I thought that would be to put the disconnect on, but I guess I don't know. I will find out. Steering components look pretty good. It didn't have any death wobble or anything like that, so that was good. Joints and shit don't look overly terrible. Looks like we still have the U-joint front axles, so those will get swapped out with CV front axles. We've got a little bit of a leak there, whatever that is, maybe transmission. And then we've got obviously a power steering leak, which looks to be potentially from the steering box, so that'll have to be getting upgraded. Gauges do not work and the turn signals do not work, so those will be the first things to get addressed on it. I'm not going to go over everything that I'm going to do to it. That'll be a different video and a more detailed video. This is just a basic rundown. The interior is, it's not horrible, but it's not great. So about perfect for what we were after. And we were just kind of after something to replace the Bravada, as it's pretty much done for, and my truck is pretty much gone. So we still have 4-wheel drive to replace the truck, and a bit more capable 4-wheel drive in ways, because it is solid axle. It does have more, it will have more ground clearance. I don't think it's lifted. I don't know if it's lifted or if it's just like cut and then just the bigger tires, but it is cut out. So that's missing. Another pro is the hitch. Back bumper leans quite a bit, so I don't know if that's a pro or a con, because I want an aftermarket back bumper with a tire carrier, so I guess that's a pro. That has to be replaced. Comes with this roof rack, and it's not bolted down, so, but those parts do seem to be bolted down. So there's that. This door does not open if that door's shut, but if this door's open, then this door opens. So it's an old XJ. What do you want? Aftermarket, you know, custom seat mount there, custom, very good. Yeah, no gauges, so I have no idea how many miles are on it. No turn signals, so that'll be getting a new flasher here right away. We got some crunchiness there. Rockers are gone. Frame looks like it's going to need some attention, but I do plan on doing frame stiffeners, so I am going to have to get some welding practice in and weld all that up and stiffen it up. Not going to be a show truck, not going to be a museum piece or anything like that. It is going to be a beater. Be good for off-roading, be good for around the yard, pulling light trailers, stuff like that. You know, something I don't care about if it gets dented up or beat up, because it's already dented up. We're not going to really worry about that. It's got stainless steel brake line right there. Oh, that is nice. That stainless steel brake line. Oh, we got another one. How did I not even notice that? Oh, I glossed right over these. I was even looking at how ugly this is. And then Bob, whoever the fuck Bob is. But it's got new stainless steel brake lines, but the brakes sucked all kinds of ass when I drove it home, so I don't really know. And then with it not having gauges, I was a little concerned about overheating. Hopefully it did not, because, you know, XJs are kind of known for that. So, no gauges. And the heat was present. It was kind of a hint of heat, but not really heat. Like, it was warmer than outside, because it was below zero, but it wasn't like heat. It's kind of like White Claw. How it's like got a hint of flavor, but there's no real actual flavor to it. You know, it's like if somebody were to scream the flavor, the name of a flavor from another room, and the rest of it just tastes like TV static. Like, that's kind of how the heat was. Like, somebody was screaming, hey, it's warm, from like another vehicle, and it's just radiating into this vehicle. That's how the heat is in this thing. And then these, I don't know what the hell those go to at all. Like, I don't know what those are. We've got a fuse here for things, I guess. Something. I don't know what. Cap and rotor, or the cap anyway, doesn't look bad. Wires don't look overly old. Don't really know if that's the proper oil sensor. New. I don't know where this must be the temperature sensor, I would imagine. So, okay, yeah, I'm not going over into it that big of a detail. Quick rundown, because it is cold. I do have gloves on, though. That's nice. Yeah, quick rundown on this 97 Jeep Cherokee, 4-liter, automatic. Has some amp wiring back here. Then it has amp wiring, but maybe I can put a powered sub, like, here, if I even have radio. It doesn't currently work. It is aftermarket, though, but it doesn't work. So that works. Everything seems to close as far as the doors go. Windows work if they want to, I guess. Yeah, that's about it for now, anyway. It's gonna be kind of a yard rig. I'm gonna put I like the fact that the bumper has the front hitch, so I can put a light plow, so I can use it. I can use it for plowing, I can use it for recovering vehicles in the wintertime, which I do rather often. I can use it as a work beater. Kind of replaces my truck, but not really, because it doesn't have a bed or a high tow capacity, but definitely replaces that fucking thing there. The Subaru might need an engine, so I definitely got to get this thing to where it's at least drivable. Everything's kind of falling apart right now. Every time I turn around, something else is breaking. So I did get this to kind of counteract that, and then it just, well, things don't really work on it. So I got to get that figured out. Turn signals, and even if I got to run aftermarket gauges for the time being and just keep adding gas like always, I guess. The aftermarket intake will be getting redone. Looks like it had a snorkel. Maybe it had a snorkel. I don't really know how that would... I mean, they might have bolted a snorkel on and never really... Because, I mean, how does that go from there to there? I don't know. But I'm either going to run that into a snorkel or run it into the cab to get it out from under here. I don't know what the hell they had drilled right here. It's got these little WeatherTech vents here, vent shade things. I think I covered everything, but like I said, it is cold. It is below zero, and I think I'm going to go in and thaw out enough to where I can chisel my nuts from my thigh, because my everything is freezing to my everything at the moment because it is fucking cold, and I don't like it. So, I think I mentioned weld the diff. Weld the diff has been quite fun. we do have over a foot of snow over there, and I was able to make it through the yard in 2-wheel drive to this point. So, and the 4-wheel drive does work, so I did test that. That did, well, high works anyway. I didn't try low yet. But that's basically it. I got to get it road ready and just tinker with it as I go. And yeah, it's a complete pile of shit that we're gonna make still shitty. Big greasy Lego set. Big greasy, rusty, jagged Lego set. I don't like Jeeps. I do not like Jeeps. But the XJ's always been an exception because they're big, they're blocky, they're not big. They're kind of small, but they're big, they're ugly, they're blocky, they're just terrible, but they're wonderful. Like, they're so bad that they're good. And Jeep owners hate the XJs, so that works for me. I won't have any ducks. I won't have any Jeep waves or anything like that, so I don't have to get into the cult type of thing. Like, why do I need to wave at you? Why do you give a shit? Like, the only thing you know about me is that we drive the same vehicle. That's it. We're driving a similar, like a vehicle from the same company. Why do we got to wave at each other? Why do we need to duck each other? Like, that's the only thing you know about me is we have the same vehicle. You probably hate me, and that's probably good. So this will keep the Jeeple away. And yeah, I think that's it. That really is it this time. So we'll go over it in another video and go over everything that we're going to do.